Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. It's Untethered Live on a Wednesday night. Camel. What's going on? What's happening in your neck of the woods? Joining me tonight is the Amanda Banema.
Howdy, Untethered Live.
Howdy. How are you?
I am good.
I am fine.
Fix your thirds.
Screw you.
Ooh.
How dare you speak to me like that?
I'll speak to you like that later.
Amy's here. She says Ecclesiastes 3:1. To everything there is a season. Turn. To everything there is a reason. Turn. Wait a minute. It's a song. I'm pretty sure that's a song. To everything there's a season and a time to every purpose under the heavens. Amen. Hi, Amy. Nice to see you. You get the gold star for being first in chat. Kevin Bernard, St. Bernard's following you up. Quick in the run. Hello, Kevin. Kevin says, hello, Jake, Amanda, and Amy.
Howdy.
Nice to see you.
Amy, here's your gold star.
Enjoy it.
Hi, Amy and Kevin. Hi, Untethered Live family. Happy hump day.
Camel.
Hope everyone had a good day. Jake, how are you tonight?
Camely. How are you?
I'm good.
I'm froggy. But other than that, I'm fantastic. I got a nice hot cup of coffee.
Yummy.
Thank you to the person that provides coffee for the show. It's a good cup of joe. Just the way I like it, don't you know?
You're welcome.
Appreciate that very much. If you'd like to have a cup with me, go to the kitchen, pour yourself up a nice hot cup, and let's sit down and talk about stuff. If you don't have a cup, though, you can get one in the description below. I recommend the first one. It has my face on it. It is fantastic. But we also have stainless steel tumblers in there. We got the big ones and the little ones. They both have locking lids. They have the Untethered Live Bible Study logo on the front and all the platforms on the back. And they look great on your coffee table, so get one while you can. Or a hat. Or a snow globe. Or a pair of thumbtacks. I'm not sure about those last two, but definitely check them out. Also, like, subscribe, share, support, join, and super chats are available in the chat box if you want to show a little bit of love. But if you want to really, make my light bill thank you, you can do that. Cash App, $, Jake Johnson Band, or PayPal.me/JakeJohnsonBand. And I really do appreciate that. And, it's necessary. This is the season of being broke. So I understand, but if you can help, do, and if you can't, do. If you can't, I understand. One last thing, if you'd like to hang out with us outside of YouTubeverse, go over and check us out on Facebook, facebook.com/UntetheredLive chillin'. The link is in the chat. It's a great place to hang out and share pictures, text, videos, and chats and get to know everybody. And we got some killer stuff going on over there. I update it every day. I don't. My team does. Every day with new stuff. Challenging your very way of thinking. Challenging your very mode of operandus. Modus operandi. Your way of doing things. It's lovely. So go check that out. And now, back to you. Mabel's here. Hey, Mabel. And Hannah, how are you? Mabel says, ciao, everybody. Kevin says, hello, Mabel. You're Italian, right? Mabel says, how are you, Kevin? Kevin says, Mabel, I have a question for you. Ooh, and the plot thickens. And Mabel says, sure. What you got? Lay it on me. Kevin says, I'm good. Yourself? Who are you asking? Me? Her? Her. Okay. Kevin says, my question is because you are Italian. That's racist. And Judy says, hey, everybody. Hey, Judy. Nice to see you. And Mabel says, I am okay, and thank you. And what is your question, Kevin? Kevin says, Mabel, have you ever heard the name Kiara? That's a beautiful name. I met a baby once with that name. And Judy's, huh?
A new baby.
A new baby. I met a new baby once with that name. A long time ago. Long time ago. Judy says, hey, Amy and Kevin and Amanda and Jake. Judy, nice to see you. Thank you for coming in. And Kevin says, hello, Judy. Mabel says, yes, actually. Smiley face, Kevin. It's a pretty popular name. A few times, actually. She's heard the name a few times, actually. Actually, yes, actually. I've heard it a few times, Kevin.
Actually.
Actually. Better. Got to get some cool air coming in here. Judy says, hey, Mabel and Hannah. And Kevin says, Mabel, that's my new granddaughter's name. Pretty little baby she is. Have you seen the baby? We got pictures of it over on the Facebook page if you want to go check her out. Don't we?
Yeah, we got a video.
We got a video over there of the baby, the new baby.
With the little hiccups.
Oh, so adorable. Just makes you want to just eat them up.
Mm-hmm.
I love babies. I know. I don't look like the kind of guy, but I'm that kind of guy. I love babies. And Mabel says, hello, Judy. And by the way, how's Hannah? Hannah, you're not talking tonight, but I'm assuming you're there. Hi.
She's eating dinner with her grandparents.
Oh, grandparent dinner.
Hi, Mabel and Judy.
That coffee feels good on my raw throat.
Bet.
Kevin says, hello, Amanda.
Hi, Hannah.
Kevin.
Hi, Hannah.
Kevin says, hello,
I
Amanda.
already said hi to Kevin. I'm following the list. Come on. Hi, Kevin.
Thank you. Judy says, number 6. Number 4, your turn. What are we doing? Mabel says, hello, Amanda. Hannah's having dinner with her grandparents, so she will not be here for a couple of hours. Oh, well, tell her we said hello. Enjoy the dinner.
Nice family time. I hope she has a good time.
Mabel says, I hope so too. Thank you, Amanda. Smiley face.
You're welcome, maybe. Maybe.
Maybe.
Mabel.
Maybe. You might be welcome. Maybe. We'll revisit this in a little while. See if you're welcome.
That's funny because my phone tries to correct her name to maybe all the time.
Yeah. Your phone has no taste. Kevin says, Mabel is so polite. Sadly, that's rare these days. Oh, I know. It's a good quality. We attract good people here for some reason. And bad ones. But the good people pop in. I like it. I love well-spoken, polite people. You can be sarcastic. You can cut somebody right to the bone and never get out of sorts with the way that you talk to somebody. I like that. I appreciate that. It means a lot.
Yeah, I instilled that in my kids too. That's some of the first things they could say is sir and ma'am and thank you and please and
yeah. Remember the day. Remember the days when you had to know how to answer a phone? Whatever happened to that? I used to have to answer the phone. Hello, Johnson Residence, or Frizzell Residence is my dad's name. Remember that?
yes.
I would get popped if I didn't say it that way. If I just said hello or hey or what's up. No, you answer the phone properly. We're highfalutin people. We have a telephone. That's how it was. We're not like those hicks that don't have a phone. Kevin says Victor is also. Yeah, Victor's the man. Mabel says Grazie.
Grazie.
Grazie. Is that how you spell grazie? I don't know why I expected it to be different. Thank you, Kevin. You always have such kind words to say, and I'm very thankful. Kevin is a stand-up solid dude. He really is. I've spoken to him on the phone once, and it carries.
Here's the chilling page. If anybody's interested.
There you go. Amy says, hi, everybody. Hi, Amy. Patty's here. She says, hello, children. Smiley, smiley. Hello, children. You should be like stroking a black, long-haired kitty cat. Hello, children. Smoking a cigarette on the end of a big old stick. You know what I'm talking about?
The big black tips.
Yeah. What do you call that?
I don't know. They're just some type of tip.
It's like a fashion thing.
Yeah, well, some
Big
of
old
them.
cigarette way out. I guess because they're too delicate for the smoke up close.
Yeah, they don't want to stain their fingers, but a lot of them have filters inside of them that take all the tar and stuff out.
That defeats the purpose.
I know, but the rich people can do that.
Rich people are stupid.
Well,
I wish I was rich. Now I couldn't be rich. Yeah, now that I think about it, if I were rich, I would just give it all away or blow it.
you would blow it.
I'd give it all away. I'm a very generous person.
Yeah, but you would blow the majority of it.
I'm a very generous person with nothing to give.
Yes.
But I give what I have, which is me. I give it all the time.
And hi, Patty.
Judy says, hey, Patty. And Mabel says, hello, Amy and Patty. What was that? That was my phone. What number are we?
832.
832. Hello, Amy and Patty. And Patty says, Miss Amanda, in my Chef of South Park voice. I don't know what that guy sounds like. Or girl. I'm not trying to be sexist. I don't watch South Park, so I don't know what that sounds like. But I'll do this. Hello, Miss Amanda.
Weirdo. LOL, Patty.
Patty. Kevin says, hello, Patty. Patty says, hi, Miss Mabel, maybe. Mabel, maybe. Maybe it's Maybelline. And hi, Mr. Kevin. Hi, Mr. Kevin. And Patty says, Miss Judy and Miss Jake. Miss Thang. Come on now. Mabel says, the intro, smiley, smiley.
Right.
Right? Until I have a new theme song, I've got to improvise.
Hey.
Thank you.
My comment didn't come out.
Your comment didn't come out?
No.
Try washing it again.
Hold on a minute.
Try using soap.
I'm trying to go back because I swear.
I swear.
I don't know. YouTube is not letting my comments go out. I said before Mabel said the intro, I said LOL, sound effects, priceless.
Yes. Yes. Amy says, like, shared, and invited some folks. Nice. Thank you. Fab Daddy. Fab Daddy says, camel, camel. Camel, camel, back to you, Fab Daddy. How are you, sir? Nice to see you. And amen to the verse, says Patty. Amen to the verse. Where all the planets are. Shiny. It's a Goram catastrophe. Anybody know brown coats in the house? No? No. Judy says, turn, turn, turn by the Birds. You got it. I knew that was a song. Amy says, hi, Fab Daddy Hart. And Patty says, Miss Amy Elizabeth. Hi. Judy says, hey, Fab. And Amy says, Fab Daddy. That's my name. Don't wear it out. Fab Daddy says, hi, everyone. Patty says, Mr. Fab Daddy 44. You have a thing with numbers, don't you, Fab? Amy says, wavy hand. Snow globes. Snow globes, asks Judy. Sure.
He was joking, Judy.
Yeah, there's no snow globes in there. Judy says, bummer. I mean, I can, pee in a bottle. Shake it up. put some dirt in it. Snow. Amy says, snow that look like boobies.
Snow globes.
Snow globes.
Or cold boobies.
Cold boobies. I like it.
Could be cold nipples. Them are some big old cold nipples, though.
Big old cold. Those are big coin-sized nipples.
Snowflake.
Silver dollar-sized nipples. Areolas. You dirty girl.
Blony nipples.
You.
I identify as team. LOL.
Thou art. Kevin says, hello, Fab Daddy. And anything I can squeeze in there, too, when I'm not working. What?
Anything else you can squeeze in there when you're not working?
Amy says, there is an I in team. You have to look at an a-hole.
LOL, Amy.
Yeah, there's no I in team, but there is a me. Get it? Amy says Aaron is probably line dancing with his daughter. Do the electric slide. Cool. Amy says, I ate leftovers for dinner. I made 15 bean mix with pork yesterday in the crock pot. 15 bean mix?
15 bean soup.
Is that 15 total beans or?
Yes. Well.
What are we talking about?
15 styles of beans.
Are there 15 types of beans?
Yes.
I think there's 2.
No, 15 bean soup is really
Big
good.
ones and little ones.
There's lentils and limas and
You shut your mouth.
butters.
Quit spreading conspiracy theories.
You want me to make you some 15 bean soup?
There's only black-eyed peas and purple peas.
No, those are peas, not beans.
Also, simmered on warm until I got home last night and the pork chops fell apart. Nice. Pork chop sounds delicious. I like pork chops. I had a hamburger tonight. 2 of them, actually. And a cookie and a tookie. You know what a tookie is? It's a second cookie. Kevin says, that sounds good, Amy. It does. Sounds so good, Amy. Fab Daddy says, was it better the second day? Usually. Some things are, like chili and spaghetti, lasagna. Those things are better the second day.
Chicken and dumplings.
Maybe.
Oh, no. It was yummy today. I had a little bowl of it this afternoon.
Amy says, number 5 may be the like number.
Number 6.
What do you mean by like number? Oh, number 6 may be the like number.
At least it's not 67.
What is that?
The crazy stuff that these...
Oh, 67, yeah. I was thinking of 68, and that didn't work out. So I was like, I like 68. It's the same thing as 69, but I'll owe you one.
I like 77. Get 8 more.
I understand. I can count. At least a 4. Kevin says, always is, Fab Daddy. Always is. Better the second time. Some things are. Some things are not. Amy says, thanks, Kevin. And yes, it was fab. Or yes, it was fabulous. One or the other.
And we had cheeseburgers and homemade french fries. Yummy.
Yeah. Down south, we call those french fries.
Yeah.
Linda Davis is here. She says, happy hump day, Camel Camel.
No,
Hi, Linda.
she only got one camel. She's only humping once.
Camel. Sorry. My bad. I stand corrected. I will try to be more observant. How you doing, Linda? Nice to see you. What is the topic tonight, children? Says Patty. Whatever you want it to be. It's Wednesday and I'm tired. So you talk and I'll join in. It's your show. You have the floor. And Judy says, hey, Linda. And Amanda says,
Whatever comes up, Patty.
Amy says, hi, Patty and Cookie. cookies. That's a good topic.
You got a whole fresh batch of fresh cookies.
I know I'm going to have another one before I go to bed. Patty says, hi, Miss Linda.
Hi, Linda, hun.
Amy says, 2 more nights, and I'm on vacation. Good gracious, I haven't had a vacation in 10 years. I need one. Scared to take a vacation. I might be forgotten about. Fab Daddy says, we can talk about children if you like, Patty. Are you at that age, Fab Daddy? You ready to start laying down some roots? Kevin says, hello, Linda. And Amy says, hello, lurkers. Yes, if you're back there in the back lurking, not talking, step on up. Introduce yourself. I mean, you can stay back there if you want to, but you're welcome. Come talk.
We have a lot more fun out here.
Yes. I can't pick on you if I don't know you're here. Amanda says,
Woohoo, Amy, you go, girl.
Bill Bennett, what's up, brother? He says, hello, fam. Where did you guys go? Mine is buffering. Right here. Right where I've always been. Amy says, I can barely hear Amanda. I don't know why. She's coming through hot. But maybe get a little closer to the microphone.
I'm eating it now.
And just make sure that you speak directly into it. I've got her up pretty loud, so. Yep. Any louder and it's going to start buzzing.
I think when she said that, I was kind of off the mic a little bit.
Probably. Kevin says, hello, Bill. Amy says, hi, Bill. And Judy says, hey, Bill.
Hi, Bill.
Amy says, cigarillo.
Cigarillo.
Cigarillo. Cigarette.
Cigarillo with the little cigars.
Yes, the kind that Clint Eastwood smoked. The little brown cigarette.
No, those are Winchesters.
No.
That's what Daddy smoked.
Winchester's a brand, not a type.
Winchester's a little cigar that's in a cigarette pack.
It's a brand of cigars. The cigar is called a cigarillo.
Yeah.
Or cigarillo.
Well, all the little ones are called cigarillos.
Yes, because that's a type. But what he had was a brand. They make them in other brands. Kevin says, hi, Jake, Amanda. Linda says, hi, Jake, Amanda, Kevin, Amy, Patty, Judy, and Fab Daddy. Hi. How are you? Amy says, last day of testing is tomorrow, so I'm hoping Friday night is slow. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Have a nice ease into the weekend, not get too tired before Saturday. That would be lovely. I usually end up having to work on Saturdays. I don't even get a day off. Fab Daddy says, hi, Bill. My YouTube is being difficult as well. I'm sorry. Guys. Linda says, hey, Mabel and Hannah, too. I think Hannah's having dinner with her grandparents tonight, so we're probably not going to see her. Mabel says, hello, Linda. How are you? Fab Daddy says, hey, sugar mama, Linda. Wow. That was forward.
Well, they do call her Cookie. So, I mean, that kind of fits.
Sugar mama. Come on, sugar mama. Get down with your bad self. Patty says, gosh, and we had a party line when we first got our phone. You had to wait on the other person to hang up, and you sometimes got to listen to others' conversations. Yes, I remember that. Where your phone number would be like K3. And if it rang twice and then paused and then rang a third time, that was yours. Mostly in cities like New York and Philadelphia, but they were around. Bill says, I see you all's comments, but not Jake's. I don't comment. I'm talking. I have a microphone. And if I did comment, it would look like this. Amy says, Jake, I sent you a video this morning. The guy was talking about voltage and vibrations for amps. I thought you would be interested. Yep. I'm into that sort of thing. I missed it, though. I apologize. Let me look and see it. No, it's behind a paywall now, so I can't watch it. It says it's only available to members of his channel. Sorry. I'm sorry I missed it. I was working this morning. Linda says, do you need me to sweeten your coffee, Fab Daddy? Psst. Nice. Sweeten your coffee with a morning kiss.
Yep.
Soften your pillow with a smile. Tell me you love me for 1,000,000 years. But if it don't work out, then you can tell me goodbye. Yeah, it's a good song.
Beautiful song.
I wish I could still sing it.
You can sometimes.
Sometimes. Amy says he's a famous guitarist. Oh, yeah. So am I. I know a little bit about those kind of things, but I would be interested to hear it, and I just have to join his channel to watch it. How did you get to see it? I guess he put it out before he put it behind the paywall. That's kind of weird. And Judy says, refresh, Bill. Patty says, chef on South Park was Isaac Hayes, and he was a Scientologist, and they made him quit the show. Really? That's terrible. Isaac Hayes.
Great music.
I got you. That's terrible. Fab Daddy says, tonight my coffee's dark and bitter. Just like you like your women. Got it. Amy says, make sure you're on all chat. Live chat. Not to chat. Top chat, not top chat. Yeah, make sure you're not on top chat. If you're having trouble seeing any of the people in the chat, make sure you're on live chat or all chat.
Live chat on a computer, all chat on a phone.
There you go. Patty says, chef was a chef, the cook. 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 Chef was a cook.
I identify as a chef sometimes.
I just identify as hungry.
You just identify as my garbage disposal, huh?
Yeah. Patty says Isaac Hayes was a soul singer. Nice. I'm sorry they made him quit the show. Scientology. That's a stupid religion. Fab Daddy says, what's going on with the Olympians?
The Olympic.
Or with that Olympian wanted for murder and drugs. Well, it sounds like he was wanted for murder and drugs.
Yeah, I've seen a little bit about it, but I haven't had a chance to delve into it and find out all the truth about it yet.
I don't know who we're talking about.
I don't, like I said, I don't know all the details. I just seen that there's a massive amount of money out for a reward to find this Olympian for murder and drugs.
Like from Mount Olympus?
No, an Olympian. He's a Olympic star.
Oh, from the Olympics.
Yes.
So he's a sports player.
Yes. But I've only seen one or two things on it, and I can't get to the bottom of it to see if it's truth. So
I'm going to go out on a limb here. I'm not real good at this sort of thing, so pardon my psychic phenomenon, but I'm going to guess he's wanted for drugs and murder.
Yeah, but it's like $1 million reward for him or something.
I have an addendum. He's really wanted for drugs and murder. Like to the tune of $1 million.
Yeah, it's got like a massive reward out for him.
Yeah, I don't know. Patty says 70 soul singer. Nice.
Yeah, Isaac Hayes has got a beautiful voice.
I probably heard him.
You probably have. I haven't had a chance to check it all out yet, Fab.
Mabel says, did you know 789? I did, in fact. Did it at 10's house. Judy says, LOL. Kevin says, Mabel, that's why 10 was scared.
LOL, Mabel.
And Mabel says, yes, Kevin, smiley face. Linda says, well, Amanda, I've had to do things on my own these days. Well, that's not good. Why do you have to do things on your own? Can't get the kids to help out?
Kids are in school.
Come up there and snatch a knot in somebody's ass. Help your mama out. Fab Daddy says French fries in France are called pommes frites. Yeah. They're called chicken fries in France. Kevin says, looks like the release of the Epstein files is going to backfire on the Democrats. Oh, yeah.
It's great.
Oh, yeah. They asked for it. They can't help but put their foot in their mouth. It's like a ingrained DNA kind of thing. They can't not put their foot in their mouth. Fab Daddy says 2 and 5, guys. YouTube is acting weird tonight. In what way, Fab Daddy? What's going on?
I think he already dipped out.
I'm sorry. Well, 2 and 5. Debbie, oops, lurker here. Forgot to say hi. So, hi, everyone. Hi, Debbie. Nice to see you. Come on in. Baby, take your clothes off. What? Shh. Linda Davis says, oh, night, Fab Daddy. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, buddy.
$8.55 if you
Yeah,
can.
I'm here. I'm just scrolling around, making sure I haven't missed anything. Linda Davis says, oh, night, Fab Daddy. And Kevin says, Amanda has such a pretty voice.
Thanks, Kevin.
Yes, she does.
Hi, Debbie and Night Fab.
And Judy says, hi, Debbie. Kevin says, hello, Debbie. And Amanda says,
where my chat jumped.
8:56.
Night Fab, thanks, Kevin.
And hi, Debbie.
And hi, Debbie. I already said all those.
I'll say it again. Kevin says 2 and 5 means good night, apparently.
Yes.
I think it's a military thing, but I'm not sure what it means. But that's the way he uses it, so that's what it means when he says it. Fab Daddy says, yes. See, he's not gone. There he is. And why is your internet acting weird? What's YouTube doing? Kevin says, you're welcome, Amanda. Fab Daddy says, peace and pot leaves. But by YouTube acting weird, does that mean they're saying things about Democrats that you don't want to talk about? I'm just guessing.
Yes, Kevin. 5x5 means good or clear.
Yes. Or,
out.
Mabel says, this is why the English language is so difficult. Oh, don't I know it? It's most of our first language, most of our only language, and we can't speak it. So, I don't know how you guys are expected to. You ever listen to people try to talk? It's amazing that they made it this far in life, some of them. I mean, I speak English. I try very hard to be articulate and understandable and communicative. Not so much for everybody else that I communicate with on a regular basis. Most of the time, they just are barely getting their thoughts across. And I'm like, my favorite thing, though, is when people start sentences in the middle of a thought. And it's like you realize, I can't hear your brain. I have no idea what you're talking about right now.
He loves it when I do that.
Just start talking right in the middle of a thought. Okay? Care to fill in the details? Kevin says, good night, Fab Daddy. Untethered Live says, hi. That's what it looks like when I post a comment. Bill. Aaron, what's up, brother? Nice to see you, my friend. Pickle. And a shushy face. Is that what that is?
Mm-hmm. Hello, Aaron.
Pickle. Secret pickle. I like it. Maple says, Aaron. Linda says, hi, Aaron. Heart.
Debbie, did you see the pickleballs I posted today?
Debbie,
LOL.
did you see the pickleballs? Debbie, did you see the pickleballs? Pickleballs.
Yes, they're pickle cheese balls.
Pickleballs.
Pickleballs.
Aaron says, I am now known as Black Pickle.
LOL, Aaron.
I like it. I like it. That's funny. Kevin says, hello, Aaron. And Aaron says, Pickanda forever. Pickanda forever. Debbie says, yes, I did, Amanda. And I licked it in my fingers, too. Pickleballs. Judy says, hey, Aaron.
I thought you liked those, Debbie. LOL.
Pickleballs. Amy says, I watched it live. He must have put it behind a paywall after it premiered. I guess so. But anyway, what was it about? It was about the wiring of an amp. Is that what you were saying? I have a few nice amps. Some are hand-wired. Aaron says, Dorito hands. Kevin says, LOL. And Mabel says, Amy says, hey, Aaron. Aaron says, give me 2 Doritos and dip. Dip it in some cheese. And sing that margarita song. Margarita song? Margaritaville? Living on sponge cake. Watching the sun bake. Smell of shrimp is beginning to boil. Strumming my 6-string on my front porch swing. All of those hotties are covered with oil. Like that one?
That's pina coladas.
No, that's margarita.
Oh, yeah.
I wish I could sing it for you. I just don't have any voice tonight. Where am I at?
904.
904. I got it. Mabel says, did you mention he's wanted for drugs and murder?
Yeah.
I think that's probably why that guy's being wanted. Pardon me. Sometimes you just gotta blow.
You keep that up, you're going to blow your brains out.
Yeah, hopefully not. I need those. Bill Bennett says, my phone is effed up. I only hear you for one word at a time, and then it buffers. I'll rewatch. I love you guys. God bless. Sweet dreams. And say your prayers, everyone. Well, Bill, I'm sorry you got to go through that, buddy, but come on back and see us when you got more internet. Kevin says, Democrats should have been careful what they wished for. I agree 100%.
Night, Bill.
Because if you play stupid games, you get stupid prizes. And when you ask for it, you get it. And Patty says, good night, Mr. Bill. And Mabel says, good night. Good night, Bill. Judy says, bye, Bill. Kevin says, good night, Bill. Aaron says, a biker that lives in my park slammed into a pole last night. They always raced. He jumped the curb and smacked it right in front of me and died. Oh, my God. That's so sad. You got to be careful on a motorcycle, man. That's no joke. The trouble with that is people get a false sense of control. They think that they're in charge, and then they let their guard down, and things like that happen. And it happens to all of the riders. Nobody can avoid it. The best that you can do is stay vigilant and be very respectful of that machine and be aware that you are not in control. You are riding on top of a projectile with no protection. That is subject to the laws of physics. And surprise. I'm sorry your friend died. It's terrible. I'm sorry you had to see it. Even if you're accustomed to seeing people die, watching people die does something to you.
Mm-hmm. Seen a guy die in a motorcycle wreck.
Kevin says, sad, Aaron. And Patty says, Aaron, oh no. And Mabel says, Aaron, that is terrible. I'm sorry you had to see this. And Linda says, that's horrible, Aaron.
Yes, Kevin.
Aaron says, hi, my man Jake. And hi to all you beautiful souls. What's up, brother? Nice to see you. That was a mid-5. I can't reach high. How you doing tonight? Aside from watching a person die that you knew. And I'm sorry that happened. It's terrible. I ride and have ridden most of my life. And I'm always aware every single time I get on that thing that there is a 50% chance that I will not get off of it. Always. And that's just a risk you have to accept when you ride those things. If you ever lose sight of that, it gets dangerous real fast. And to add insult to injury, 95% of all wrecks happen within half a mile of your house. That means all out there, all the going you're doing, that's not where it's going to happen. It's going to get you when you're leaving or when you're coming home. That's usually how it works. When you're, ready to pull in and you're excited to get home and you're tired and you're not paying attention, you're letting your guard down a little, ready to just roll up in the house. You've been in your neighborhood 1,000 times. It's all easy sailing from here. Smack. That's how it goes.
I'm going to pop some popcorn and sit back and watch the show. LOL. Epstein 5.
Trust me, all of the good stuff's already been taken out of that. You're never going to hear anything. It's all going to be same nonsense we've been hearing for years. And Judy says, that's awful, Aaron. And Aaron says, I didn't know him. I've seen worse. Racing a bike is dumb. I agree with that. And Patty says, are you okay, Aaron? Amanda?
Oh, sorry, I was typing. Wow, Aaron, so sad.
You always typing something.
Well, I'm following the bottom of the chat, too.
And Linda says, did you hear about the poor girl welder that got murdered by a coworker just because he didn't like her?
Wow.
No, I didn't. When did this happen and where did this happen? Although it does sound like the setup of a joke. I apologize for my twisted mind, but that's what I heard when you said that. Kevin says, Aaron, do you ride? I don't know why. Excuse me. I don't know why, but it seems like when I first met him, he was telling me he was on a motorcycle. So I think he does.
No, he used to have a motorcycle.
Aaron says, yes, Patty, the legend mostly.
Uh-oh. I just got an ad. Look out.
Uh-oh.
Home and kitchen clearance on Temu. Uh-oh.
Amanda says,
I
no.
Yes, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes.
This is true. This is true, my friend. You play stupid games, you get stupid prizes. Yes. And Maple says, yes, Aaron, some stupidity comes at an unfortunate but expected cost. Yeah, you will never catch me racing a motorcycle. I don't even drive it that fast. I mean, I drive the speed limit plus, but within reason. I'm never going to be tearing down the road at 200 miles an hour or whatever, peeling out and, trying to impress friends and ruin tires. I ain't never understood the whole burnout thing anyway. Those tires are expensive. Why is anybody burning out their tires and tearing them up? That don't make no sense to me. I like to ride as a leisurely thing. You get out there on the road and you just go. You don't go fast. You're not trying to get anywhere in a hurry. You're not trying to compete with anybody. Staying out of the way. I don't know. Maybe I'm weird. I value my life more than a 200 mile an hour moment on a motorcycle.
Right. Adrenaline rush.
Yeah. Patty says, smiley, smiley. And by the way, I can get an adrenaline rush without risking my life.
Right.
There's plenty of things you can do to get an adrenaline rush. Aaron says, yes, Kevin. And Kevin says, Aaron, I don't ride anymore. Car drivers have no respect. This is true. I ride like a bullet, meaning I stay out of the way. I drive defensively. I'm not interested in being close to somebody when they try to hit me. So I drive to stay out of the way of people, because I know they don't see me. I always stay in the inside lane, closest to the incoming traffic to the road that I'm on, so that I'm not on the other side passing a truck when somebody decides to pull out behind them and swipe me because they didn't see me. I stay on the inside lane. When I stop, I give like 4 car lengths in front of me, and I'm always looking in my rearview mirror, and I always point my bike to the side of the car, so if I have to speed off the road and miss the car in front of me, I will, or if somebody hits me, I'll be pushed past the car instead of into it. Just little things like that. Paying attention to your environment and being prepared for the worst every time. That's how you avoid getting killed on a motorcycle. And even still, then it might happen. That's just a risk you accept when you ride a motorcycle. You do that. That's the same risk you have in a car, but you have a false sense of security because you're inside the car. And it's easy to forget that it's dangerous. But on a motorcycle, there's no such illusions. You're outside with the elements, sitting on top of the thing you're riding, you know. You know it's dangerous. Aaron says, can't pickle balls without touching a cucumber. True. Oh, I skipped a couple. Talking about the cars have no respect. Aaron says, facts, Kevin. And Judy says, no one has respect anymore, Kevin. I do. Excuse me. Excuse me, ma'am. I have respect. But you're right. Nobody has respect anymore. That's a dying art. We were talking earlier about answering the phone and having a phone voice and knowing how to answer a phone. Kids today have no idea. Patty says, I lost the love of my life on a Harley in 2019. I'm sorry to hear that, Patty. That is terrible. Mabel says, it's not just the car drivers. I see the way many of them ride around like they have a death wish. Be careful what you wish for, so they say. Exactly. Yeah, that's what we're talking about is people taking undue risk on a motorcycle. Not everybody does that, obviously, but there's a lot of younger people that do. They don't understand the danger they're in on top of that thing.
They don't care.
They've been riding just long enough to think they're under control. That's the problem right there. Like the most dangerous rider is the guy that's been riding for a year. He's been riding long enough that he thinks he's got it whipped. He's got the basics down. He's comfortable on the bike. He's relaxing a little bit. That's dangerous. After you got to get through that phase without dying. And then you come back to the realization that, okay, I'm relaxed and I'm comfortable, but I'm still on a machine going 60 miles an hour over pavement and no protection, you know. Or very little protection. The outcome of hitting anything is not good. It's about like flying an airplane. If you crash an airplane, you're going to die. There's just no two ways about it. If you survive, that's a miracle. Kevin says, Patty, I'm so sorry. Now, we can change the subject, Patty. I didn't realize that might be a touchy subject. I apologize.
LOL, Aaron.
I'm just rolling with whatever comes up. You know how I go. Sorry, my chat jumped.
912.
Debbie says, that can go both ways, Kevin. Bikers should weave in and out of between cars. Oh, no, they should not. And Patty says, 30 years. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. And Judy says, sorry, Patty. And Amanda says,
Hugs, Patty.
Judy says, my brother died on one in 77. Damn. I'm sorry, Judy. And Kevin says, Debbie, I agree. Some riders are a-holes. Aaron says, Jake, heart, number one. Thank you, sir. Heart back at you, number one. Yeah, I got you, Debbie. Shouldn't weave in and out of cars, but they do. And they do. And in California, they'll even split right down between them. In some cities, they do that. Because some places that's legal, and I don't know why. That's the most dangerous place you can be on the road.
Yeah, and running down the easement.
Yeah.
On the right-hand side.
Yeah. Don't do stupid things. That kind of stuff makes me nervous. Patty says, I dream about him as if he is still here. Oh, I'm sorry, Patty. I wish I could give you a hug right now. Patty says, I sometimes read Miss Amy Elizabeth's posts, and I understand exactly what she means. Yeah, anybody that's lost a dear loved one, that's hard to get over. And some may say you don't. And Linda Davis says, I found the perfect shirt for Jake today. I'm going to have to send it to him. Oh, really? What'd you find?
I mean, if she wants you to know, I'll show it to you, but I know what it is.
Okay. Aaron says, I saw a shirt today that I like too. It has a rooster on the front, kind of a crazy looking rooster, like a methed out rooster. And it says F-CAW-F. Fuck off. Fuck off. It's funny. That's funny.
Oh.
Yeah, I can't make the sound, but this is hilarious. Well, thank you, Linda. I appreciate you thinking about me, honey. Aaron says, if you like pickle coladas, then you must be insane. Da-da-da-da-da-da. I like drinking bath water and peeing in the rain. Da-da-da-da-da-da. If you wake up at midnight, you might feel the flame if you have syphilis.
Hypergonosyphilades.
Yeah, baby. Hurts when I pee.
Don't be. LOL. Okay, Linda.
I always say, if you like penis coladas.
I knew that was coming. I knew you weren't gonna. I knew we were not gonna get away from that without you saying that.
I've been saying that 30, 40 years. It's funny. It's a funny song. Whoever wrote that song nailed it. It's just funny. Any way you look at that song, no matter what you're looking for, you can find it in that song. Nailed it. Hell of a songwriter. Bravo. Amanda says.
I do? Oh, LOL. Okay, Linda. I already said that.
Did you? Debbie says, I would drink a pickle colada, but I will leave the rest to Aaron. That sounds like a challenge. Aaron says, riding on a project with no projection sounds like a bad night at a bar.
With no protection.
Riding on a project with no protection. Huh?
Riding on a motorcycle, probably.
A project? You mean like something you working on, building on?
Or something you stick something in.
Maybe. I don't know exactly what you mean by that, but yeah, it don't sound like a good night. I've done that many times. Had to get somebody to jump me off at the middle of the night or push me. Go pick up my bike with a trailer. A lot of that.
Stuck in Bojangles parking lot?
Yes. Oil all over the place, tools everywhere at 4 o'clock in the morning, tearing my bike down to fix something that went wrong on the inside. That's what it's like to own a Harley Davidson, folks. Walter Davis is here. Good evening, everybody, says Walter. Hey, Walter. Nice to see you, brother. Kevin says, hello, Walter. And Judy says, hey, Walter. And Patty says, I'm so sorry, Miss Judy.
Hi, Walter.
Aaron says, Debbie, I provide pickles. More than one? Are you Klingon? 2 pickles. Laugh.
I was thinking something else, but I'm gonna leave it alone.
Kevin says Aaron has a black pickle. A big one too, from what I hear. Debbie says, are they all black pickles? Does it matter?
Yeah, they're all black when you leave the light out.
Never look the pickle in the mouth that feeds you. How's that go? Don't look a gift pickle in the mouth. Don't bite the dick that feeds you.
Yeah. Don't bite the dick that sticks you, one of the two.
Judy says, thanks, Patty. And Aaron says, Kevin got your pickle, Debbie. Aaron says that. Kevin got your pickle, Debbie. Yeah. Debbie. What are we talking about? Linda says, hey, Walter. Walter says, hi, Jake, Amanda, Debbie, Aaron, Kevin, Judy, Patty, Linda, Mabel, and Fab. Is there 2 Judys here?
No.
Did you just Judy me? Walter. Roger. Over, under. Mabel says, ciao, Walter. Aaron says, Kevin, the pickle that tickles. That can be interesting, too. I prefer, the pickle that bangs on the back door. But, Kevin says, LOL. And Aaron says, Debbie approved. Smiley face. Debbie approved. She approved it. Kevin says, I'll bet she did. And Debbie says, but Kevin's pickles are green. Well, it ain't easy being green, haven't you heard? And Linda says she was only 20 years old. It happened in Michigan.
Wow, Linda, that's sad.
It is. Why did it happen again?
He was jealous.
Because she had a job?
Because she was probably a 20-year-old welder and a female.
Yeah, there aren't very many of those. I've met one in my entire career of welding. And I've been doing this a long time. I was a pipe fitter for like 30 years. And I can tell you, there's not a lot of females out there doing it. So I don't understand the motive here. There had to be some kind of relationship going on there. Or lack thereof.
Maybe he just didn't like women trying to take over his job.
That's what I'm asking. Was it about the job or was it something else? I don't know. I haven't heard of the story. Now, Linda's telling me about it. I'm just trying to get some details.
Yeah, I haven't heard of it either. Of course, I was busy most of the day, so I haven't really paid attention to a whole bunch of stuff going on.
Aaron says, I left Michigan. It's a nope state. But there are spots in Michigan that makes it hopeful. There's some very redneck areas that are very down-home, good people. And then there's Dearborn. And then you're like, yeah, I'm out.
I have an aunt that lives in Dearborn.
Yeah, I'm sorry. She's lost. You might as well write her out of the calendar.
She don't care. She got so much money. She's got a wall around her house, I'm sure. Can't stand that woman.
Dearborn is a Muslim country now.
Well, one of her sons is the CEO of some big company over in Hawaii, so...
Amanda says,
Kevin might want to get his pickle checked out if it's green. I mean, I'm just saying.
Does it sting when you pee, Kevin? Kevin says, Debbie, you said you wouldn't tell anybody. Debbie says, I've lived in Michigan for 2 months and left. I hear it's going rough. Linda says she was welding and he grabbed a sledgehammer and walked up on her and beat her with it. Wow. So this was just a regular old psychotic, I'm going to kill me a woman today kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You never know what's going to be in people's minds. I've met all kinds out there in the world, and most of them are shady. Most of them are drunks or some form of something, recovering from something out there working, just trying to get by, alcoholics or whatever. And every now and then you run into one that you just don't know about that fella. And that's probably one of those types. I'm so grateful that I've not encountered that in my life where somebody's tried to take me out. I've had everything else, though. Might as well. But I hope it don't happen. Aaron says his pickle is green because he can't take a shower in that basement. I love the world building that goes on here in this show. It's as good as a movie. The basement is fully fleshed out. Doesn't even exist. All of us know what it looks like, the floor plan and all.
I just picture a mattress on the floor with a bucket,
And a swing.
a bucket and a swing, and a bunch of different colored lights, and one of them
Whips hanging on the wall.
Yes, and oil stain on the floor.
Yep.
What's that thing called where you lay in it and put your head and your hands in it and you're locked into it, can't go nowhere?
There's several different things. Amanda says,
LOL, Aaron.
Debbie says, oops, everyone forgot I said Kevin's pickles are green. You can't you can't forget that. Some things you can't unsee. Aaron says when he gets to prison, they're going to feed him. When who gets to prison? Oh, the guy. And he deserves it. Especially if they find out what he did. Yeah, prisoners don't like it when you mess with children or women. For whatever reason, I don't know, because they're all, half of them are probably in there for that very thing, or some form of it. But when you go to jail, they're pretty serious about that. You're going to tote a whooping for sure. Might get some new air holes installed.
LOL, Debbie, y'all are killing me.
Don't do that. I need her. Who's going to bake the cookies?
And coffee and the dinner. And spoil you rotten.
Yeah. Amy says the factory worker had it planned for weeks, I guess. He took a sledgehammer to his female coworker. HR would definitely be against getting hammered at work. Yes. I bet HR would. They probably have something to say about that. There probably would be a stern report written up. Linda says, Debbie, Kevin should see a doctor for that. He should, yeah. Kevin says, Debbie, you said my pickle was sweet. Debbie says, I lied, Kevin, to protect your feelings.
Damn it, man.
Kevin says, Lamau, you guys just go all in, don't you? Just give in to the fantasy.
Sweet and green equals issues. LOL.
Aaron says, Linda, she won't let him out.
Oh, my God, Debbie.
Linda says, oh, Kevin, is she telling you have a sweet gherkin pickle? Just kidding. That's the little ones.
I think that's what she meant.
Yeah, I know that's what she meant. Little gherkin pickles. Gherkin or jerkin, I don't know how you say it, but. Walter says, don't have to be on a bike. Driving my F-250 this morning in the rain, some idiot stopped on the interstate, and I swerved onto the median to avoid hitting them, spun around, and ended up facing north. Wow. You got to be careful out there, Walter. Aaron says, I heard Kevin say something about a waffle. Mumbles. What was that? Blue waffle? Mm-mm. Don't look that up.
Too late. It's already been in the chat.
Kevin says, Linda, LOL. Mabel says, waffles? No. Mabel, back away from the keyboard.
I think she knows.
Do not look up blue waffles. I'm telling you as a friend. Walk away. Aaron says, blue? Kevin says, Aaron, blue waffles. No. Trust me. Mabel says, stop.
LOL, Linda.
Collaborate and listen. Ice is back with my brand new invention. Something grabs a hold of me tightly, flowing like a harpoon daily and nightly. Will it ever stop? Yo, I don't know. Turn off the lights and Sorry. Had a flashback from the 90s. Mabel says, no, 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 no. La, 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 la. Hey, that's my song. Kevin says, LOL. And Amanda says,
Ew, blue waffle, y'all are nasty.
nasty, 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 nasty. Kevin says, Amanda Aaron started it. Right? All right. Where am I at?
926, Mabel's comment.
I'm with you, Mabel. Walter says, oncoming traffic, spun into oncoming traffic on the opposite lanes. Got onto the shoulder just in time to keep out of the way of a tractor trailer. Truck is wrecked, but we're running. Well, that's terrible, man. How fast were you going to have to do all that spinning?
Well, they were on the interstate, so.
Thank God you're okay. Walter says, I'm okay. Good. Damn, man. Aaron says, Dorito hands all around. Amy says, twat waffles. Blah. Mabel says, to you mostly. Smiley face.
I'm going to wash y'all's mouth out with soap. So
That's
dirty.
Right. That's right. Linda says, glad you're okay, Walter. Scary, though. That is scary. Kevin says, Aaron got me in trouble. I think he enjoys that. Aaron says, it'd be kind of hard to get in chat if you got hit by a truck. And Debbie says, Amanda, that's okay. I have taco Doritos for that.
For after.
For after. Sorry, taco Doritos for after. Oh, my goodness. You got the whole night planned out then. You got the KY jelly. The pickle juice. The jumper cables. And the taco Doritos.
And the green pickle. and a
green
black pickle.
And a black pickle.
And a sweet gherkin.
That makes this sound. Wah, wah. Wah, 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 wah. Aaron says, I did, Kevin, smiley face. Walter says, good night, all. God bless. Well, don't leave. You just got here. God bless you, brother. Be careful out there.
LOL, Debbie.
I'm glad you're okay.
LOL, Debbie.
And Mabel says, good night, Walter.
Night, Walter.
Aaron says, chicken waffle. Chicken and waffle. That's actually surprisingly good, chicken and waffles. I didn't think I would like it, but I've had it. It is verifiably an interesting flavor combination.
Yes, it is good. I never had it until Jake recommended it, and then I went to IHOP and got it.
It's good. It's weird, but it's good. Linda says, good night, Walter. Kevin says, good night, Walter. Aaron says, girls are like Care Bear star farts and big hearts. Care Bear star farts and big hearts. Sometimes they're downright vicious like little gremlins. April Rain's in the house. She says, hello, everyone. Jake, Aaron. That's hilarious. What did I just come into? Untethered Live. You know the drill. You've been here before. It gets wild up in here sometimes. Amanda says, hey, April. And Mabel says, ciao, April. Aaron says, the incomparable firehead has arrived. The incomparable. Incomprehensible. Indefatigable. Firehead. April says, hi, Amanda, Jake, Aaron, Linda, Debbie, Mabel, Kevin, hugs and love, heart. And Judy says, night, Walter. April says, incomparable, LOL. That's a good name. Nobody ever calls me incomparable. And I'm incomparable. Judy says, hey, April. And Kevin says, hello, April. Kevin says, April. April says, hi, Judy, lovely. Heart. Smiley face, heart. Smiley face with herpes. Aaron says, projectile. Context. Riding on a projectile with no protection. Got it. That makes more sense. Sounds like a bad night at a bar. It was kind of like a dirty joke. Oh, I got it. Now, that makes sense. A project with no protection did not make sense, but projectile does. Got it. Debbie says, 8-Ball, does Jake still have his pickle pouch? Oh, I do. I do. It's in the refrigerator, though. I didn't have it with me. I should have brought it out. 8-Ball says, you will have to wait. Wise 8-Ball has got it right. Amanda says, yes, Debbie, he's got his pickle pouch. Spicy pickle pouch. Aaron says, one-eye pickles have good eyesight. Yes, they've only got one eye to contend with. Of course they have good eyesight. It's the Popeye pickles you got to worry about. Kevin says, LOL. And Amanda says, LOL, Aaron. Smiley face. And backdoor pickled. Kevin. Backdoor pickle man. Backdoor pickle pouch. Aaron says, LOL. I pictured a pickle running out the back door. I think it's going the other direction. Kevin says, I pictured it going in. Exactly. That's not a pickle, says Mabel. I think we're corrupting Mabel. Aaron says, the carrot came home early. How did a carrot get involved in this?
Maybe it's Pickle's idea of a furry or something. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Linda says, I was thinking of a different back door. I wasn't. And Kevin says, but the chicken came first. It would have had to. Otherwise, no egg. Debbie says, I wonder if they have backdoor pickles in Uranus.
Me too, Linda.
Uranus the planet or Uranus the town?
I mean, take your pick.
One of them I'm sure does. April says, LOL, Jake. And Kevin says, oh, no, 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 no.
LOL, Debbie, rolling on floor laughing.
Patty says, Mr. Walter, you were blessed to not have crashed out. Absolutely. Yeah, somebody was riding with you today. For sure. And April says, OMG. Like, for sure. Like, Gag me with a spoon. Or a pickle. Whatever works. Aaron says, Kevin, the chicken always does hard life being choked. Yeah, I'm with you. Patty says, dang, folks have lost their minds. You mean in the chat or out on the highway?
No, talking about the welder.
Yeah, that sounds like definite malicious intent. That does not sound like a crime of passion or heat of the moment kind of thing. That sounds like somebody wanted to kill a fella or a lady. April says, Lamau, smiley. Kevin says, I'm just glad Hannah's not here. Well, if she was, we wouldn't be talking this way because I'd put a stop to it. There's just adults in the room. Y'all can get a little wild and crazy. It's all right with me. I'll even join in, but if there's young ones here, we got to protect them. That's the most important thing. But everybody here understands that, so. Aaron says, you right, Patty.
Right, Kevin?
Debbie says, damn, it sounds like Jake and Amanda have visited the basement. They describe it perfectly. And Amanda, that thing is called the rack. Well, it's only because of the world building that we can describe it so perfectly. Y'all have laid the groundwork. It's a real place now. This is how they make movies. Good ones, anyway. It's all about the details. Makes it real. Mabel says, in Italy, there's a saying, which in English means the devil looks good in disguise. Nice. As to say, he is among us, and that off feeling you have about certain people is proof that he's here among us. Yes, that off feeling is called a vexing of the spirit, and it is a defense mechanism that certain people have because of the gift of discernment given by God. You can discern the difference between good and evil when you're around it because God opens your heart to see it. Not everybody can see it, though, especially those who don't have God in their lives. Having God in your life is like completing the programming that the brain is designed to have, and it opens doors in the world that you would not be able to have access to if you didn't have that programming, such as being able to recognize what's in front of you. You'd be surprised how many people in the world have no idea what's standing right in front of them. They just can't see it. But that is a very apropos statement. The devil looks good in disguise, and it is true. April says, oh, good Lord. And Kevin says, Debbie, I sent them pictures. Yeah, we've had a tour of the basement. We've seen it. It was a cry for help. April says, hey, Patty Love, heart. Amanda.
That's right, Debbie, and thanks.
Mabel says, I believe just because the devil can't touch you does not mean he can't trick someone else to. You're correct. Yeah, the devil cannot touch one hair on your head if you have the seal of God, but he can touch everybody around you, and that's a caution that I give everyone. Don't make the mistake. Don't get arrogant. Don't think you're untouchable, because he can make your world fall down around you, and you're still going to suffer. Just because he can't touch you does not mean he can't get you. But you can also use that to your advantage if you have a good, strong, solid connection to faith. You can use that to defeat him, outsmart him even, and get him out of your life altogether. But it takes picking who you're around and building your life in such a way that there's no end for the devil to take. You safeguard your life by the people that are around you. If you were a member of a church where everyone in that church that was around you had the same faith that you had and had a community surrounding you, there's no place for the devil to come in to get you. You are insulated from that because of the community you belong to. That's why community is so important. That's why it's important that we stay close to each other, that we show love, that we allow for this space, because we all need it, every one of us. Anybody says they don't is lying to you. We all need it. And by it, I mean a good community that we can count on. And that's one good way to solve a lot of problems in your life, is to have a good, strong community. And April says, yes, you do, Amanda, LOL. She does what?
Spoil you.
Oh, yeah. Aaron says, I smell bread. Are you having a stroke? April says, right, Mabel? And Aaron says, Linda, what kind is that? You got bread cooking, Linda? Kevin says, fresh bread smells wonderful. I worked at a place when I was a teenager called Country Hearth. It's where they make bread and hot dog buns and different things.
Donuts.
Different types of bread. Anyway, when you pull over the hill coming to work in the morning, it hits you. You can smell it. And all day long, you smell that fresh bread baking. And when you come home at night, it's in your clothes. Everything smells like fresh bread all the time. I loved working at that place. I couldn't hardly get nothing done.
Yeah. And then a few years ago, I moved like 4 blocks from the place, so that's all you smelt constantly.
Yeah. It's a wonderful smell for sure. Not a smell you'd get tired of quickly. Aaron says, yes, I smell it. Well, you know what they say, he who smelt it, dealt it. So are you making a sandwich? Or kneading the bucket? Anyway. Amanda says,
LOL, Kevin. Oh, I do what, April? Spoil Jake?
Kevin says, welcome to the XXX chill stream, folks. No. We ain't going to go that far. You can get risque. You don't need to get XXX.
We're NC-17.
Yeah, we're NC-17. Director's cut. April says, absolutely. Thumbs up, heart, smiley face. Patty says, I was reading some good stuff today, and I got to tell you the offspring of those people God told Joshua to kill are roaming with terms of endearment on them like mom, dad, son, daughter. Oh, yeah? Hang on, my chat jumped.
$9.43.
Daughter, no. God told Joshua to go into Canaan and kill every man, woman, child, and animal in Canaan because there were 9 tribes of people that lived in Canaan, and out of the 9, 5 of them were not human beings. What are you referring to specifically? And roaming with terms of endearment on them like mom, dad, son, and daughter, Debbie says, Jake, the saying is jerking the gherkin. Oh, yeah. If you have a gherkin, if you're talking about me, it's like jerking the Coke can.
Damn mule.
Tiny mule. But a mule. Linda Davis says, it's just a plain old Italian bread, Aaron. I made some homemade sauce and sausage and meatballs to go with it. That sounds delicious. I can't wait to sit at your table and eat some homemade stuff. Patty says, I love Vanilla Ice. I went to see him in Chattanooga. Took my son and his friends in the 90s. Nice. Ice, baby.
Too cold.
That was his move.
Mm-hmm. Vanilla Ice.
Will it ever stop? Yo, I don't know. Turn off the lights and I'll glow. To the extreme, I rock a mic like a vandal. Light up stage, or wax chump like a candle. Dance, corrupt the speakers that boom. Chill in your brain like a poisonous mushroom. Deadly. Never mind. Love it. I leave it. You better got. never mind. I get down. Don't even get started with me. Ice, ice, baby. Debbie says, Linda, have you met Kevin? He loves Italians. Kevin says Italian women are the most beautiful women in the world. I see you're Italian, and I'll raise you Switzerland or anything Nordic, Norway. Have you seen those Viking women with the pants on YouTube? The little commercial where they sell the pants that's got the Viking symbology on the legs and stuff. I forget what that's called. There's an art form. You know what kind of the little Viking drawings. Never mind. Anyway. It's a art form, a style, Viking style of art. I can't think of what it's called. Looks like thorns that are hyper stylized.
We just went through this the other day. Not Greek.
No, it's definitely Viking, Norway.
Tribal. It's the tribal thing.
Yes, but there's a name for it. And I can't think of what it is.
I know, and I can't think of what it is either. Hold on a minute.
Patty says, I used to watch him build houses in Miami on DIY channel. Him who, Vanilla Ice? Yeah, I have heard something about that. I think he was going through bankruptcy, and he took that job to make some money and got something about, somehow he lost a bunch of money. I don't remember what the details were, but I seem to remember him doing something in Miami. Maybe somebody robbed him or he robbed somebody or I can't remember. Something happened. Linda says, LOL, Debbie. He only has eyes for you. She has him in a little box to prove it. I only have eyes for you. Bump shabump.
Celtic.
That's what it's called.
Thank you, Amy.
Mabel says, Kevin, smiley, smiley. Aaron says, dang it, Linda, that sounds great. It does, doesn't it? Makes you hungry just listening to her. And Debbie says, Linda, I will take the eyes. You can have the rest. What are you going to do with the eyes? Are you going to play rolling them across the floor? Rolling in my sweet baby's arms. Linda says, I believe you're right, Kevin. Smiley face. Aaron says, oh, yeah, Patty, I forgot about that. Kevin says, I have yet to meet an Italian woman that can't cook. Well, in some parts of the world, they still value the things that are important. Western women are the ones that you can't trust anymore. Most of them. Some parts of the world, women are still women. And the older ones are still women here, but the younger ones have lost their minds. April says, it's delicious. What is? What are you eating, April? Kevin says, Linda, oh, I'm right. Nice. Mabel says, Kevin, you have not met my eldest sister. Ooh. Apparently she can't cook. Patty says, hi, Miss April. And Aaron says, this girl at my work eats bananas and sour cream.
Ew. She pregnant?
It must be. That sounds disgusting. And Kevin says, Mabel, LOL. And Debbie says, Aaron, does she charge you to watch her eat? Yeah, it might be an OnlyFans thing. which is gross if you think about it, and also probably lucrative. Linda says, yes, Kevin, we can cook, and we'll be chasing you around the bed at 80 years old. LOL.
You just tie him in your basement. He'll be happy.
Kevin says, I'm not hard to catch.
Accidentally trip himself up.
Yeah, with men, rape is impossible. You can't rape the willing. I'm sorry, grape. Isn't that what the kids are saying?
Yeah.
Retarded.
So you don't get in trouble on
I'll say what I mean. Mean what I say. They can kiss my ass right where it looks like a fig.
Yummy.
Aaron says, Debbie, I do the eat and she pays me. I do the eating and she pays me. As long as you're making money, son. Aaron says, smiley, smiley. Judy says, LOL. And Aaron says, Leo taught himself to open doors. He taught himself to open doors now. Really? That's interesting. Now you got to chase him outside. Aaron says, the pickle ran out the back door because the carrot came home early. I'm sensing some aggression here. And Judy says, LOL. Amanda says, geez, Aaron. And the chicken was already smoking a cigarette, says Kevin. Fuck off.
Fuck off.
And Debbie says, the potato watched the whole thing from the couch.
I just wonder what he was doing on the couch while he was watching it all.
Probably making spuds.
Sour cream.
One of the most disturbing things I ever saw in my life was one of those shows like in Living Color or something like that. I can't remember what it was on. But it was the Cookie Monster in a bathroom stall shooting up heroin and getting all freaked out. I was like, come on, come on. Cookie Monster's an allegory for a drug addict. He lives in a trash can, for God's sakes. I mean, Groucho, whatever it was. Anyway, it was a Cookie Monster. That was disturbing. And then it showed him dead at the end of the skit, and he had the little X's on his eyes like the cartoons back in the day. Nothing? Hello?
Yeah, what? Yeah. Grouch. Oscar the Grouch.
Never mind.
I was listening to you and typing.
Aaron says, Smiley, I'll be good now, maybe. Maybe or Mabel.
Maybe.
Maybe. Maybe. Maybe Mabel. Amy says, I'm back. I didn't know you left. I was in a meeting with the third shift management team. She had to pee. Aaron says, Amy, you missed a lot.
Yes, you did.
Just don't ask about the pickle. Or the potato.
Or the carrot.
Or the carrot. Can I get one for a stick? I mean, you got the carrot. I got the stick.
I mean.
And Linda says, Aaron, just be good at it. Right. Debbie says, did anyone else feel the earth shift when Aaron said he was going to be good? I mean, I felt some water rise. I'm not sure it was water, though. It was kind of lumpy.
I had to unroll my boots a little bit.
That's what I'm saying. Kevin says, Amy missed a lot.
No, dang, Amy. You missed out on all the pickle fun.
Judy says, LOL, Debbie. And Aaron says, well, Linda, you already know.
Yes, Debbie.
Mabel says, I've always felt that I have this, the feeling to sense good and evil, right? It used to be very bothersome to me because I would feel a certain way of people others were fond of. Oh, no, I understand completely. When you see something and nobody else sees it, it is a very lonely place. That's the reason I have a podcast, because I started sharing what I saw with the world, because I've been living with this my whole life, things that I know innately that nobody else seems to see, things that are happening in the world and how they connect with everything that's in the Bible. And this stuff didn't just come to me. It's been there the whole time. But if you happen to come to an understanding of something and nobody else sees it, if you try to tell anybody, they'll think you're crazy and you'll be the outcast. And then it'll happen, and then they'll all ask you why you didn't warn them. I tried to, but you wouldn't listen because I was crazy, remember? So believe me, I understand where you're coming from there. Aaron says, dead smiley face. Damn. Kevin says, Mabel, trust your instincts. Amen. My mama used to say, if you think long, you think wrong. And she was not wrong. That instinct you have about people is good enough for you to hang your hat on it. I mean, even if it isn't exactly right 100% of the time, that red flag is enough. You're not getting that red flag for no reason. Trust it. If you think somebody's lying to you, they are. It's good enough. Even if they're not, because you think it, something caused you to think it, that's good enough to be cautious. Always trust your instincts. Always go with what your gut feels is right. And there is a complete difference in feeling. You know right from wrong. People say all the time that they don't know, but they do. They just ignore their instincts, right? They'll feel something and then feel guilty about it, second guess themselves, and then end up doing the wrong thing every time. And that's exactly what it is. It's guilt. That second thought, that will screw you up every time. If you feel something, trust it. Just be matter of fact about it. Trust your instincts. If you lead with that, you will always end up in the right place at the right time. And Judy says, right, Aaron?
Me too, Mabel. Just remember, your first instinct is usually right.
Aaron says, Judy, you have a ring now. You mean a J-tag? Yep. Yep. We got a bunch of new members.
Got 10 of them thanks to Mabel and Vic.
Yes, thank you very much. Hopefully they'll keep them. Mabel says, yes, Vic taught me so much about trusting my instincts. I used to second guess these feelings to be humble. But I have learned that the devil feeds off of the humble and the naive. Exactly. And being humble is okay, but internally, you don't want to be humble. You want to be humble outwardly to other people. You want to be humble when addressing someone. You want to be humble when you walk into a room. When you're assessing a person that's in front of you for yourself, you want to be critical and accurate. Humble doesn't fit into that picture at all. The best thing you can do is assess someone quickly, size them up, look them up and down, see what you see, and then walk away if you see something that doesn't feel right. Don't worry about, hurting anybody's feelings. Being right is always better. It doesn't matter how somebody feels about it. Judy says, how did I do that? I didn't even bribe anyone, LOL. You just got a sweet little gift. And it's up to you whether or not you want to keep it or not. But if you do keep it, it will be tremendously helpful to the show and everyone here and everyone you know. Because as you've seen, you never know what you can learn right here on Untethered Live. There's always going to be something interesting coming out. You'll walk away from this show every day with something that you didn't have when you got here. Believe that. Patty says, I'm giving it up, children. Thank you, Miss Amanda and Jake, for all that you do. I appreciate this fellowship that we have. You're part of that, Patty. Good night, all. Peace and prayers, Patty. Good night, sweet lady. Have a great night. Come back and see us Friday. And this is your fellowship, too. Patty, Patty, bo Patty. Banana, banana, caddy. Fee, five, for Maddie. Patty. Notice how careful I was not to call you Fatty? Amy says, good versus evil. We are in a spiritual battle. Amen, Jake. Only God can defeat evil. Only good can defeat evil. Yes.
You were gifted a membership, and I think yours came from Mabel, Judy.
Judy says, good night, Patty. And Kevin says, good night, Amy. Amy? I don't think Amy's leaving. I think Patty's leaving. And Aaron says, well, it just happened, Judy. It did. Like yesterday or day before. Monday. I think it was Monday. I can't remember.
Sunday or Monday.
Recent. That's called a J-tag. That's our little brand. April named it. Amy says, I'm still here, Kevin. Kevin says, I'm sorry. Good night, Patty. And Linda says, good night, Patty. Linda, what you being so quiet for?
She's not.
Judy says, actually, I did my own membership, Amy. I was just being silly. Well, I mean, I don't know who did what. There were twice this past month. Memberships were gifted out. I don't know how many exactly, probably about 15 of them. So I don't know who got the gift and who did their own, but either way, thank you for being here. And if you did your own, I don't have to tell you about keeping it because you're going to.
LOL. What? Oh, okay. My bad, Judy. And night, Patty.
Where are we at?
10:01. Aaron's comment.
10:01. Ah, here we go. Aaron says, LOL, the legend called me a child. I like it. We're all children to some degree. Amanda says, oh, you read it.
Oh, okay. My bad, Judy.
Judy says, not bad. I was just kidding. Aaron says, they need a fresh bread candle or a plug-in.
Apple pie candle, Aaron.
Plug it in, plug it in. Plug it in, plug it in. That's what she said. Plug it in, plug it in. And then, splish splash, I was taking a bath for plugging it in. Amy says, that's good, Judy. I'm lost about the conversation. I'll just dive in wherever you can get and hang on. We'll get caught up. I'm kind of lost, too. Aaron says, they have their... They have that. They have that. Yes, they do.
Oh, yes, Aaron, and they smell so good.
I'm not a candly kind of guy. That's a woman thing. Judy says the conversation has been kind of wild tonight, Amy. A little bit. Madison's here. Hey, Madison. She says hello. Hey, Madison. How are you? Come on in. You're just in time to watch people go crazy. Kevin says, hello, Madison.
Hi, Madison.
And Mabel says, ah, Madison, heart smiley face with herpes and kissy faces. Aaron says, yeah, I used to buy them for my old girlfriend. It was her favorite. Nice. Linda says, hi, Madison. Judy says, hey, Madison. And Madison says, Mabel, hearty-eyed smiley faces. How are you, pretty lady? Pretty lady.
I am a candle nut. Love my candles. Watermelon, cinnamon, and fresh rain scents are my favorite.
She's a candle nut, and I'm a nut candle.
I'm not going to touch that one.
Mabel says, I am okay. I will call you later, but I'm so happy you're here, Heart. Me too. I'm happy you're here too. Thanks for joining us. Judy says, peach is my favorite, Amanda. Nice. I like cinnamon. Not apple cinnamon. Cinnamon. Kind that stings your nose. Strong. Amy says, I want some of those leggings with the Nordic symbols. Yes, you know the ones I'm talking about then. Yeah, that's way up there in beauty. And I love those things. And Madison says, hello, Linda, Judy, and Kevin. Celtic, says Amy. Yes, that's the word I was trying to reach. Thank you. Aaron says, Viking drinking horn. Madison says, Mabel, me too, sweetie. Smiley face with herpes. Yep. Amy says, Celtic or Norse art. Yeah, isn't it funny that if you're talking about the people, it's Celtic, but if you're talking about the football team, it's Celtic? I'm thinking somebody mispronounced it and just didn't want to admit it. Aaron says, that's Irish. No. That's Nordic. Which is a little below Ireland. Amanda says,
Nice, Judy. Jake don't like candles or air fresheners. I love both, so I only use natural scents for him.
yeah, I can tolerate cinnamon or like air, beach, or jasmine. I can do that. The rest of it, anything floral, I can't do it. Or vanilla, ugh. Coconut, ugh. I don't like those. I don't like scents. Debbie says, I was thinking a Norse rune. Sort of. There's a video on YouTube where they have women walking around in these little pants, shirts, like hoodies and sweatpants, but they're embroidered into these Celtic drawings, and they're lovely. I mean, very artistic and articulate. That's a good look, is what I'm saying. Now, Madison says, oops, hello, Amanda, too. Sorry, I missed it. LOL. You didn't say hi to me. The guy with the camera. Aaron says, I'm a Viking when I leave. I saw Valhalla.
All good, Madison.
I'm a Viking when I leave. I saw Valhalla. What?
He's just being funny.
Aaron says, Amanda, she's Spanish, and that thing is on TikTok. The bananas. Gotcha. The bananas and whipped cream or whatever it was.
Sour cream.
Sour cream. Weird. Strange people. TikTok is a breeding ground for weirdness, I've discovered. And people with nose rings. Which is the worst people in the world, in my opinion.
Now, clarify your nose ring. The bull ring.
If it looks like they can be hooked up to a truck, that's what I'm talking about.
Yes, the bull ring.
Yeah. Septum ring. Whatever it is. The bigger it is, the more of a freak she is. And then you got those ones with a bone through their nose or something atrocious like that. Big half moon looking thing covers their face. Why do you do that to yourselves, ladies? Did somebody tell you you weren't pretty? Stop with the face modifications. Men don't like that. Here's another thing. We don't care how successful you are or how much you like to travel. We don't care if you got a job. We don't care. At all. Not even a little bit. Fake eyelashes, don't care. Not at all. And I speak for all of us. On behalf of mankind, stop with the nose rings. It is the most unattractive thing ever created. Stop it. And the bananas. And Mabel says Hannah is getting into candles, and she likes to smell all the different kinds. Nice.
Yeah, that's just ruining a banana.
Aaron says, tell her to get a candle making kit. Yeah, that'd be nice. Madison says, sounds like Christmas present ideas. Yep. It always seems to come to that, doesn't it? Aaron says, Madison, what's up?
Yeah, maybe y'all could make candles. That's fun.
Yeah, and bonding.
Yep. Make it any smell you want, anything.
That's a nice idea. And Judy says, how old is she, Mabel? And Aaron says, Amanda, that potato is rotten, LOL. Sometimes. Mabel says she's 14, Judy. And Judy says, such a fun age. It could go both ways. If they're a good kid with a good head on their shoulders, yes, very fun age. If they're one of those teens that are troubled and has the, the emotional outburst.
Entitled?
Whatever it is, whatever causes it. Some teenagers just go through that, girls. And some of them are smart and quippy and, put together and do fine. But some of them just go crazy at 14.
I'm glad mine didn't.
Mine did.
My boys were more of a handful than Mackenzie ever was.
And Madison says, MW, is that me? And I believe it is. Aaron says, yup. Madison says, oh, hi, Aaron. LOL, not much, you? Aaron says, not much. I was getting into trouble. Mabel says, Judy, yes, I am enjoying it so much. Smiley faces with herpes.
Aaron stays in trouble, and Aaron is good at being a bad boy.
Oh, yeah. He's a bad, bad boy. Madison says, I'm never in trouble because I'm never out of it. LOL. Never out of trouble. You're never in trouble because you're never out of trouble. I hear you. Me too. Trouble finds me. I don't have to do anything wrong. In fact, I don't do anything wrong. But that don't mean I don't get in trouble because I get in trouble all the time. It's just nothing I did. It just falls on me for some reason. As a cosmic sense of humor, I think. Aaron says, I'm good most of the time, and gentlemen. I'm good and gentlemanly most of the time. Yes. And Mabel says, except when Vic is around. My gosh, you two shaking my head. And Debbie says, the pickle ran away because the carrot and potato was going to make a stew. And he was not down for that.
LOL, Madison, me too.
We have a pickle drama going on in the chat. If you're wondering about the pickle and the banana and the carrot and the potato comments, it's just a soap opera that's happening before your very eyes. Enjoy. Those wacky vegetables get up to some crazy stuff.
Especially them one-eyed vegetables.
Aaron says, LOL, Madison is like me. I'm getting partner in crime. Madison's like me. I'm getting a partner in crime. Right. Maybe. Have to wait and see. Linda says, Madison, you are in the right place. Join the club. And Madison says, thanks, Linda. Mabel invited me a few days ago. Mabel says, smiley, smiley.
Agreed, Linda. She fits right in here.
I think so, too. I like your sense of humor. You seem to be intelligent and well put together.
I like when she didn't let Oren give her no crap the first night she was here.
Yes.
That was perfect.
Sometimes you got to show a little backbone. It scares the trolls. They don't know what to do about that. Debbie says, scooting away from Madison because I do not want her corrupting me. I am a good girl. And an imaginative one, too.
Oh, please, Debbie. You are the teacher.
Mm-hmm. When I see Debbie, I think of that little Japanese girl. You know what I'm talking about? I'm innocent. No, I'm not. Linda says, Madison, Mabel, and Vic are fun people to fit right in, and I'm glad she invited you. Me too. Aaron says, 4:30 comes fast. It does. What are you doing at 4:30? And Madison says, yes, Linda, I love them both very much. Me too. I've gotten to know them over the past few months, and they're both very salt of the earth people, and I'm very happy I met them both. Linda says, Debbie, smiley face, okay. How much is that bridge you're selling? You know, the one with the beachfront property?
Right, Linda?
Linda says, good night. Good night, Aaron. Are you leaving us, Aaron?
No.
Kevin says, good night, Aaron. It sounds like it.
He's not.
Okay. Mabel says, good night, Aaron. I think it was a false alarm. Aaron says, you sleeping, Linda?
Night, Aaron.
And Debbie says, Linda, Jake's chat's going to jump and leave him lost.
10:21.
Thank you. Debbie says, Linda, are you referring to the bridge next to my oceanfront property in Arizona? Yes. Linda says, yes, ma'am, Debbie. And Judy says, a lot of gifted ones, but I wasn't one of them. I did mine on PayPal. Well, thank you, Judy, and I appreciate that very much. Aaron says, is that next to Lambeau Forest? I don't recognize that reference. Linda says, I thought you were leaving, Aaron, because you said 4:30 comes early. So did I. And Debbie says, yes, Aaron, in the forked-legged region. What is forked legs? Mabel says, I thought so too, Linda. And Aaron says, right next to the bow-legged turn. You guys just run with drama all day long, don't you? Aaron says, Linda, I'll be all right. I'll stay a bit. Well, I hope you will. And Debbie says, Aaron, right off the turnpike. Turn around turnpike. Aaron says, smiley. And Madison says, I'm good. Thanks, Jake. I'm glad to hear it. I'm good too. Tired, but good. About to fall asleep on you, but other than that, I'm a happy, happy man. I got cookies. I'm happy. Cookies and coffee. Judy says, smiley, Debbie. And good night, Aaron. I think he's staying. Debbie says, nobody wants a nut candle except maybe Amanda. It's a good thing that's where it's at, huh?
Right.
Aaron says, the pumpkin pie candle. Gross. I don't even like pumpkin pies. Why would I want a pumpkin pie candle?
Pumpkin pie is delicious.
Madison says pumpkin spice. Yummy. I can't get into the pumpkin spice thing. I've tried. It just isn't me.
I got to get my protein somehow, Debbie. LOL.
And it ain't for pumpkin spice. And Madison says, I did say hello when I came in, but hello, Jake. Sorry. Hello, Madison. Nice to see you. And Linda says, Aaron, are you saying you're a white girl? Pumpkin spice? Good gracious. And Aaron says, I like saying I'll holla.
LOL, Linda.
Madison says, no, the worst people in the world are the men who wear dresses and play women's sports. I can't disagree with that, and I think you're right. They're right. I think they're the same people, though. I think they are the women with the nose rings. I don't disagree with that at all, Madison. Amy says, I hear the wee woo, wee woo, wee woo. Is that the Minions? Amy says sirens. Oh, yeah. I was thinking Minions when you did the wee woo, wee woo, wee woo. Because they do that in the movie. Mabel says, Madison, yes, but shh. The woke might hear you and censor us. Well, they do run YouTube. And I need all the help I can get. So, yeah, there's that. They censor me occasionally, but I try to say what I mean and mean what I say. Linda says, police, fire, or rescue, Amy? There is a difference between the sirens, but I don't know what the difference is. They just all sound loud to me. Amy says, I think it's the popo, Linda. What are you laughing about?
Debbie asked 8-ball question.
Okay. Linda says it might be the white coats coming to get Amy. It might be. Do they still do the little paddy wagon? I hadn't seen one of those since I was a young man. They used to be around. Pardon me. The old paddy wagon. Yeah, if you make too much noise outside, you'd get a ride. Somebody'd show up and say, hey, I got a nice new shirt to give you. The sleeves are a little long, but come here. Can't be making noise outside like that. Can't be talking to trees and scaring people. I wish they'd bring those people back.
Which one's the ones that talk to trees and scare people?
No, the people that would take them out of society.
Oh.
Most of what's going on today in TikTok and on TV are the people that should be in those little rubber rooms. Most of it. Linda says, she's all good here, Mabel. And Linda says, they're coming to take me away, haha. What's that from? Is that the Wizard of Oz? Or is that something else? They're coming to take me away, haha. I think it's Wizard of Oz. Mabel says, Hannah has her moments, but understandably so. Right. I get that. Something tells me that she's got the right tools to move forward and be a well put together young lady, though. She's definitely getting the right kind of upbringing, education, that sort of thing. And those things are important. Putting God in there is the most important thing you can do for a young person because they don't have access to that anywhere else in the world. And nobody is advocating for that to be in her life. Nobody. Only you. You're the only one that will be able to do that for her. And trust me, when they become adults and go back to that way of thinking, because you always go back to where you start, you want that to be there when she reaches back. Because if it ain't, this is a hard world to live in. And it's really hard to live in without God.
We all do, Mabel.
Kevin says, prayers. Aaron says, LOL, Linda, and yes to your question. Linda says, Kevin is praying for all of us. I think we may need it tonight. We need it every night. Madison says, yep, I decided not to ask about the pickle to preserve my innocence. Probably a smart move, Madison. It is what you think it is. An emotional support pickle. Judy says, so right, Madison. And Mabel says, psst, innocence. Madison says, LOL. Well, anytime you get comfortable, you just jump on in and add to the mayhem. It's all right with me.
LOL, Madison.
Aaron says, Madison, you can rewatch. And Linda says, smart move, Madison. I agree. Mabel says, what happened with Oren? Oh, he smarted off and she batted him back. It wasn't nothing really to write home about, but she held her own. Normally, I would stop the trolls, or one of the moderators would stop the trolls, but she stopped him right in his tracks. Or her, or whatever he is. I don't know if it's a him or not, but.
She was holding her own and doing it so good, I just let it go on.
Right on. Now, he was being a smart ass to her, and she shut him down. Debbie says, me Chinese, me play joke, me go pee-pee in your Coke.
Cream of song, young guy.
Madison says, Oren was a little boy with big feelings and a huge brain cell. Thought he had a huge brain cell anyway.
A brain cell.
Aaron says, wait till she gets the no pants club joke. Yeah. We do have a large swath of people that like to watch the show with no pants on. So you can join that if you like.
And Jake likes it when the women take showers and listen to him.
Oh, yeah. Any nakedity.
Any nakedity.
Ooh, big brain, says Mabel. Aaron says, Oren came back several times. Yes. And April says, sorry, y'all. I had to go to the store. I've been listening. I'm glad you're listening, April. What'd you have to go to the store for? Madison says, yes, big brain cell, a singular one. Aaron says, I put my foot in that troll's ass a couple times. Yes, you have. April says, much love, Aaron. And Madison says, not hard enough, apparently, Aaron. LOL. See what I mean? Aaron says, much love, Firehead. And you just wait, Madison. I'll get him. Madison says, LOL, I got it. Thanks. Haha. Aaron says, I got that wrench. I'll sharpen my sword. Mabel says, pumpkin spice is white girl thing. Apparently so, because I don't get it.
You really? The Spice Girls?
I know that, yeah.
They're all white girls.
Are they?
Yes.
I don't think so.
I think so.
Madison says, Stufu, Mabel, 𝕂𝕠𝕝𝕇. Don't call me out like that.
Oh, I take that back. There's one in there.
See, I told you. Mabel says, "Bah. ATL Transparency, what's up, brother? Long time no see. How you doing out there? Did you find God yet, or are you still looking?" I'm still looking, ATL. How you doing? We're still looking collectively, but I think we've pinned him down. ATL says, I am curious. There's a cure for that. And Debbie says, 8-ball, is Aaron a white girl with a black pickle? Good gracious. 8-ball says, perhaps.
Damn it, man.
Amanda says,
Hi, ATL.
ATL says, hello, Amanda, the bandhammer. Aaron says, LOL, damn, Debbie.
LOL, Debbie.
Just get right on in there. Don't mince words. Tell me how you really feel. And Linda says, smiley, smiley, smiley. Madison says, transparency and news don't go in the same sentence, usually, but interesting choice. He's good people. ATL transparency. I like it. He's got a channel and makes content also, I believe. Aaron says, April says, LOL. And Aaron says, Madison probably drink chai tea. Probably. She's probably a ninja in disguise. ATL says, paddy wagon for the drunks and drop you off in the morning on the street. Yes. Yes, those days are long gone, but I wish they'd bring them back. The days of two nice gentlemen bringing you a new shirt to wear and getting you off the streets. Because we got a lot of people in the streets that don't need to be there. That ain't doing nothing but causing trouble. April says, hey, ATL, good to see you. ATL says, hello, April. Madison says, chai and machata. Num num. I've never had machata, I don't think. I've had chai, and I like it all right. It's kind of cinnamony, kind of spicy. It's not cinnamony, but it's got a little bit of a bite to it. And I like that all right. But I've never tried the machata. ATL says, to the funny farm. Right? That's where you go when you hear people say, see you in the funny pages. That's where they're talking about. See you there. Aaron says, F. G, your turn.
A.
P.
Q.
I knew you were going to say that. April says, hey, Medicine Love. Hi, Madison
That
Love.
was Medicine Love?
It just come out. ATL says, that's a good song. Thank you. Which one?
The one that they said earlier. You said you thought it was from a movie.
I don't remember. Are you talking about everything turn? No, it's way back there.
No, I'm trying to go back to it.
Here's a song, Jake. Madison says, hello, April. Aaron says, yeah, Madison. Mabel right. Mabel is right. Articles are necessary. Mabel says, of course. Of course. Well, of course you do. Don't be ridiculous. And Judy says, by Napoleon 14. April says, amen, Jake. And Aaron says, avocado toast. That's right up there with the spice latte. Pumpkin spice latte and avocado toast. You know, those things are criminally insane. I don't know why anybody would ever put anything like that in their mouth. Totally a white girl thing. I want my toast with butter on it like a man. Madison says, listen. I can see the hands going on the hips now. Listen. Listen.
Listen, Linda.
I'm a white girl and reserve my right to white girl things, okay? LOL. It's okay. You can have your white girl things. That's quite all right with me. April says, LOL, Madison. And Debbie says, oh my goodness. Is Aaron a liberal too? No, he's just being silly. Aaron says, awesome. I gotta mess with you though. April says, why do men get into heaven 39 minutes before women? Amy says, I don't know why. Because it says in the Bible after the fourth seal is broken, heaven was silent for half an hour. Yes, a thing women do not know how to do. That's funny. Aaron says, Debbie, never Aaron is a Aaron. Debbie, never. Aaron is a Aaron. Not a liberal. Got it. Amy says 30, not 39. 30 minutes, half an hour. Yes. The joke was good. The details aren't important. The joke was funny. April says, y'all are hilarious. Yes, we are. Nobody is having more fun than we're having right now. In the whole of the internet. I promise. I guarantee it. I'm Jake, and I guarantee it. How about that for a voiceover? Mr. Voiceover Voice. When my voice isn't cracking, it sounds pretty good. Madison says, yep, I learned wit from the wittiest man I know.
Must be talking about Vic.
Must be. Or Socrates. Wit, meaning... Then my chat jumped to where we at?
10:45.
10:45. Thank you.
Aaron's comment.
Aaron says Madison Square Garden. How do you know it's square? It might be triangular shape.
How do you know it's a garden?
Could be a landing strip. Might be one of those Brazilian waxy thingies. You know what I'm talking about? Might be commando. Maple says, this is true, Madison. How is your garden, by the way?
Damn it, man.
Amy says, hey, ATL. And Debbie says, who all is in the no pants club? Well, I am for sure. I'm not wearing any pants right now.
Aaron says he's the president.
Aaron says, I'm not just a member, I'm a president. Kevin says, I'm getting really tired. I'm going to call it a night. Good night, everybody. Kevin, God bless you, my friend. I've enjoyed the night with you guys. I'm not far behind you. My eyes are very heavy. I hope you had fun tonight. It's all about you. We'll see you next time.
You want more?
More what?
Coffee.
Oh, yeah?
Okay.
Who the hell you think you're talking to?
Pound no pants.
Pound no pants. Pound me too. Amy says, good night, Kevin. And Linda says, good night, Kevin. Kevin says, good night, Kevin. Amy. Kevin says, good night, Linda. And Linda says, no pants club. Yo. Debbie says, night, Kevin. Don't forget to turn out the light in the basement. You might trip over the toys on the floor. Or the pickle. Amanda says, good night, Kevin. And Judy says, good night, Kevin. Kevin says, good night, Kevin. Amanda. Kevin says, good night, Judy. And Amanda says, wash your pickle before bed, Kevin. Wash it with soap. For real. Kevin says, LOL. Aaron says, Mel B is black. That's the Spice Girl, right? Yep. Was one of them called Pumpkin Spice? I always thought that was a joke for some reason. I don't know much about the Spice Girls. I know there was Lefty and something Spice. Whatever. Madison says, on behalf of the white girls, no. No what? Context. I don't know what you're talking about.
The Spice Girl that was just named above.
On behalf of the white girls, no?
The black Spice Girl.
I don't think that's what she's referring to. Maple says, smiley, 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 smiley. And Debbie says, Aaron, how do you know Madison has a square garden? Right? That was my thought. Could be one of those, little mustaches. Upside down mustaches. Might be a right side up mustache. You never know. Ugh. Aaron says, damn, pass her to the Spanish. I don't know what that means. Amanda says, LOL, Debbie, are you back? Nope, okay. Aaron says, I plead the fifth. Might need to plead the second. You know what I'm saying? Madison says, stay out of my garden. Okay, geez. I'm just asking. Aaron says, I'll do my best. Maple says, she actually does that. Smiley, smiley, smiley. Jake mimicking that white girl sass. Oh, yeah. I kind of heard it in the tone of the text. I was trying to do my best imitation. It's kind of funny. And Debbie says, it's too late for that, Madison. Aaron already pled the fifth. Amanda says, duct tapes Aaron to his chair to keep him out of Madison's garden. Aaron says, she gave me a shovel. And Madison says, if Alberta passes the stand your ground law, does that include my garden? I'm asking for a friend. Yes, absolutely. You should definitely have autonomy of your garden. Aaron says, LOL, the movie White Chicks. Oh, I didn't see that one. Or I saw it, but I saw it when it came out. That was a very long time ago. Debbie says, 8-Ball is Aaron Madison's gardener. 8-Ball says, yesterday it would have been a yes, but today it's a yep. Maple says, I will ask Vic when we speak, Madison.
LOL, Madison.
You got back just in time. My chat jumped.
10:54.
I got it. Aaron says, stand my garden. With a pistol, hopefully. Preferably. You definitely need to be able to protect your garden at all costs. Only allow entry with those who you wish to enter. Aaron says, LOL, I guess it can shoot. I mean, yeah, it can do a lot of things. That thing's amazing. Aaron says, smiley, smiley. And Amy says, I can see Aaron standing in Madison's garden, baseball cap, very still, arm extended, holding a lantern. That could go one of two ways. Aaron says, well, I am trained to be still and hide in the bushes. Right on. Madison says, that's my scarecrow. Scarecrow. Aaron says, damn, LOL, I'm a scarecrow in Madison's garden. That's classic. And Madison says, Aaron tells people gardener to seem more important, like lead hands call themselves supervisors. Damn. Madison's ruthless. Mabel says, oh my gosh, what have I done? You brought her home.
Right? You put her in the group that she fits in.
Amy says, like those little jockey statues, Aaron. Oh my gosh. The one with the little fishing pole. That's good. Aaron says, I have to say gardener until I find the wizard. She was out drinking pumpkin spice and getting ranch dressing.
Wow.
Garden gnome, says Amy. Aaron says, I am not short enough, Amy. Well, there's some tall scarecrows out there.
Scarecrow or gnome?
Scarecrow. Can't be a gnome, but you can be a scarecrow. Amy says, I'm driving home. See y'all Friday night. Amy, God bless you, sweet lady. Thank you for being here. I love you. And I'm about to go to bed myself, so see you Friday night.
Yep, we're almost at the bottom.
Aaron says, LOL. That gives me an idea for a video, Amy. Nice. And Judy says, night, Amy. Aaron says, be careful, Amy. And Mabel says, I have to go. Hannah is being brought home soon. Have a good night, Jake and Amanda and everyone. Mabel, I had fun tonight. Thank you for being here. I love you. We'll see you next time. Tell Hannah we said hello and we missed her being here. And maybe she can join us Friday or Saturday. Or Sunday. Or Monday. Linda says, good night, Amy, heart. And Judy says, good night, Mabel. Amanda.
Sorry, I was typing.
Stop typing.
No. Night, Mabel. And tell Hannah we said hi.
Aaron says, Mabel, always a pleasure.
Night, Amy.
Tips the hat like a gentleman. And Linda says, good night, Mabel. And Debbie says, I will hand Madison a bar of soap. I mean, if she needs a scarecrow. There must be crows, right? Yeah, I'm wondering if anybody got the garden euphemism. Apart from the, perverts among us.
I was going to say, well, speaking that almost every one of us are perverts, then I'm sure every one of us got it.
Aaron says, nope, I scare them away. Oh. Amanda says, camel.
Nighters all. See you Friday night at 8:30 p.m. right here on 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time right here on Untethered Live for Chill Stream. Much love, y'all.
That is a mouthful, is it not?
Yeah.
Try doing my spiel. Go.
No, I'm good. That's your job.
I got a lot of them. Speaking of which, hey, do me a favor while you're out there. Hit that subscribe button and press the bell icon so you get notifications when I'm going to be online. Smash that like button. It's free. It's effortless. It's right in front of you, and it really does help the channel with the algorithm. Helps us get recommended to other people. Won't you do that? Please share this video with somebody you love. Better yet, share it with somebody you don't love. Bring them into the family. Make it part of the fold. Be part of their solutions, not part of their problems. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you're thinking about. Question me, curse me, bless me, challenge me, confront me, conform with me, drink my Kool-Aid. Make your own Kool-Aid as long as you're thinking critical. That's what I want. Critical thought coming from that brain of yours. And hey, if you love what I do and you'd like to contribute to help me do it, you want to help me pay the light bill around here or just buy me a pack of smokes, whatever it is you want to do, you can do that by going to paypal.me/jakejohnsonband, or if you're a Cash App user, $jakejohnsonband. Every little bit helps. It is a win-win. It is a blessing to me, and I appreciate it. It's a blessing to you too, though, because we live in a reciprocal universe. And as I point out regularly, God notices these things. Now, I will do everything in my power to be worthy of your support. I will avail myself of you 24/7 and answer all of your questions and comments, as I always do. And now back to the show. Thank you very much. All right. That's my spiel, one of them. Aaron says, thank you. I really needed this. It's been a week. Oh, I know, buddy. I'm with you. I feel that too. And I'm glad that it was a good stress reliever. That's what we're aiming to do on a Wednesday night. Just be a little pressure valve. Psst, just let off the tension a little bit.
Make the last 2 days of the week fly by.
Yes, that's the idea. And thank you for being part of it. And Linda says, good night all. See you Friday night. And thank you for a much needed entertaining night, heart. Linda, God bless you, sweet lady. Thank you for being here. And Madison, thank you for joining us. I hope you enjoyed it. And come back and see us Friday. Madison says, good night, everybody. Good night, Madison. God bless you, and I hope that you have a great evening. Judy says, I hope your week gets better, Aaron. Me too. And thank you, Judy. And Debbie says, a mouthful like Jake's pickle pouch. That's right. When life hands you a big old ouch, you just got to reach for Jake's pickle pouch. When you got problems you need to outfox, you need to go get Jake's pickle box. Pickle in a box.
Never mind.
Penis. What?
So I got a box for you, Pickle.
Judy says, bye, y'all.
Night, Madison. And yes, Debbie.
Pickle box, pickle box.
I went somewhere. I went somewhere totally different with the pickle box.
Oh, I got you.
I went pickle garden.
I know. Aaron says, good night, Madison. Thank you for joining me and my craziness. And Aaron says, thank you, Judy. And Judy says, you're welcome, Aaron. And Debbie says, Amanda is Jake's pickle box. Yes. Pickle box, pickle box. Got a place for you, pickle box. Put it on a shelf or chase it with a fox. Pickle box.
Pickle box.
Pickle box. Amanda says.
LOL. Right, Debbie?
Madison says pickles grow in gardens.
Well,
no, but they can be placed there.
Well, I mean, cucumbers grow in gardens. So technically.
Yes. Yes, a pickle is a cucumber, so yeah. Aaron says, LOL, clever. You see what she did there?
I do.
She's been hanging out with me too long. All right, guys. I got to go to bed. I'm getting delirious.
I know, right?
I love you. Thank you for being here. I've had a good time tonight. I hope you have too. And I can't wait till the next time we can get together and enjoy each other. Hit that like button, and we'll see you next time. Thank you very much.
Good night, y'all.
Good night.